What's up guys, Jubilee here, and today is a little bit of a different video. I'm gonna be telling you guys all the shit you need to stop saying to women gamers.
G'day people, this is Sharpino here with another vid that's a little bit similar to some of the vids I did a couple of weeks ago. When I see utter bullshit on the internet, no matter who you are, no matter where it is, I just have to have an opinion on it. I think everyone is entitled to have an opinion on it because we are human beings and we are allowed to have opinions about things that you see, you know, in the news, in the media, whatever. So today we have ourselves a Pokemon YouTuber by the name of Jubilee Blaze, a Pokemon YouTuber with over 100,000 subscribers, which is, you know, quite a milestone. Good on you, Jubilee. She does, in my opinion, good content. She does Let's Plays and she does shiny hunting and is known for being mostly the girlfriend of the more bigger Pokemon YouTuber known as ManJTV. You know, sort of does the same things, but he's more well known than she is. Recently, she posted a video on her channel called Women in Gaming RANT. Now, I watched this video just because I just wanted to see what she had to say. And let me guys tell you something, guys and girls, because, you know, you all men and women watch this. In my opinion, I thought it was a complete shit show. I think, look, on a personal level, I personally don't know Jubilee and I've got nothing against her. I don't think she's a bad person, but her video and the way she's handled the responses of people responding to her video, in my opinion, was just complete flat out stupidity. First off, she disables the comments on her videos so that no one can respond, retort, or even agree with what she said in her video. Which, if you're making a video about a controversial topic such as the treatment of women in female communities, I think you have the responsibility to allow people to voice their opinions. Because if you're just expressing your opinion and you're not giving people the opportunity to express themselves, then you're not really giving people much freedom of choice, really. Because it's like, you know, first off, it's YouTube, you know, the place where everyone can do or say what they want within the realms of, obviously, YouTube guidelines and all that, you know. And people should be able to respond to what you put on the internet. So, you know, it's called having an opinion. It's called having freedom of speech because that's what it's all about. But by you silencing them and not giving them the opportunity to even be heard by you, you know, I think you're just acting like a little kid that wants to be protected, you know, cover their ears, cover their eyes, not to see anything that they don't like, you know, or the fact that you can't handle that someone might have a difference of opinion to you, which, let's face it, everywhere you go, someone's going to disagree with you. That's just reality. That's life. Okay? Even this video that I made today, I know some people are going to disagree with what I say today, and that's fine. I'm okay with the fact that people are not going to agree with everything that I say. That's fine. What I don't agree with is when people are telling you that you have to accept what they tell you at face value, and you can't question it, you can't object to it, you can't respond to it. That's what I have a problem with, people. Okay? And the last thing I think is you're trying to be like a tyrannical dictator, which in this case I think you are because, you know, I took it upon myself to try to respond to you on Twitter. I don't even respond to you directly. I respond to one of the people you've retweeted about a video about a guy pretty much saying that from your video, people shouldn't question it, people shouldn't respond to it, they should just accept it. And I said, no, fuck that. I said, guys don't all act like this, okay? This video makes guys look bad. You know, you're trying to make out like every single gamer guy does this shit. And the second I did that, she blocks me on Twitter. So that just proves to me even more how immature she's been about the situation. Because, for God's sake, if you can't handle someone having difference of opinion, get off the fucking internet. Because everywhere you go, people are going to disagree with you. So why the fuck are you acting like such a kid in this situation? Huh? Jubilee, why? I'm just trying to understand. You're an adult woman who should be able to understand that putting content on the internet does warrant people who are going to like it and people who aren't going to like it. So why are you trying to ignore the people that don't like it? Like, are you that afraid of people objecting to you or people giving a difference of opinion to you? Well, Jubilee, I will say one thing. Today I'm going to go through your video piece by piece and I'm going to dissect it and break it down for people. Why should I do this? Because I think you've handled this very poorly and you may have disabled your comments on your video. You may have blocked me on Twitter. But here's one thing you can't do, Jubilee. You can't stop me from voicing my opinion on your video, you oversensitive little fucking kid. Oh, I get so frustrated at this because it's like people have to understand that this is the internet and you're going to cop shit. That's just part of life. You can't block your ears, cover your eyes, and ignore it. Oh. Okay, I'm just going to calm down because I'm just getting a bit emotional. Not emotional, I'm just angry at her because it's like, I really have to do this. I really feel like I have to do this because people like her can't say this shit and expect nothing to come of it. Okay? She just can't. And again, I just want to point out that I believe that this video she made is just starting shit for no reason. Because in any situation, if you're trying to convince a whole group of people to act a certain way, you know, you're just drawing attention to yourself to try to be the spokesperson and try and say, guys, you should stop this. You know? And it's like, you know, in reality, most people will watch your video and they'll just keep doing what they do. You know, that's just the reality. Like, not much is going to change from your video. It's no different to me tomorrow making a video telling women shit not to do to guys when they're in a relationship. It's stupid, right? Before you girls jump in the comment section and say, oh, those two are totally different things, you misogynist. Well, here's a girl, Jubilee, trying to tell guys how to treat women when it comes to gaming. In my example, I'm saying I'm telling girls how to treat men when it comes to being in a relationship. It's not that different. They're both in the same context. But anyways, let's just see what Jubilee has to say in this video. And I'm sure by the end of this video, hopefully, you can see things through my perspective. That's all I ask. Just listen and make your judgments from it what you will.
You may be wondering, Jubilee, what gives you the authority to speak on all these topics? And that's a great question. It's because I'm a f***ing woman.
Okay, fair enough. You're a woman, so you should be able to make a video on this. Fair enough. Then allow me to respond to your video in the same way that you addressed your video. Sharpino, what gives you the authority to respond to this video? And that's a great question. It's because I'm a fucking man. See how stupid it looks?
Alright, so obviously I'm a girl. I've dealt with all this shit before, or I've seen it happen to other fellow human girls. What am I doing? There's been wine. There has been wine. We're gonna do this. Let's just jump into it. Here's all the shit you need to stop saying and doing to women. Okay? When a woman tells you she's a gamer, please do not bombard her with questions as if she has something to prove to you. We shouldn't have to justify our existence as gamers because you think a woman can only be a real gamer if she knows the answers to all your obscure questions.
Hold on a second there. I don't think guys question girl gamers to try to intimidate or scare girl gamers. I just think gamers ask other gamers questions to know what they know about gaming. Crazy logic, right? You know, people who share common interests can share or ask questions about topics that they are known to them, and perhaps, you know, they can learn more about gaming by asking other people questions, because as gamers, that's what we do. We play games and we talk to other people about games and we, you know, ask people about their experiences with gaming, and that's what we do as gamers. We ask questions. But Jubilee, you may feel like guys are just doing this just to be assholes, but in reality, all they're doing is just asking you questions just to see how much you know about gaming. I don't think they're questioning you or other gamer girls to determine if you're a real gamer or a casual gamer. Who the fuck cares? Like, why are you letting people asking you questions sound like it's such a bad thing to do? Like, they are just questions. You know that, right? They're just trying to ask you what you know. They're not testing your wits as a gamer. I mean, they may be testing you as a gamer, but it's not because you're a female gamer. It's because you're a gamer. You may want to make it because you're a female gamer, but that's not true at all. Guys ask girls get questions just like guys ask other guys questions. It's because you're a fucking gamer. That's why they ask you questions.
Stop separating women into two categories of real gamer and fake gamer who's only doing it for attention, based on your weird qualifications of what makes a real gamer. Who are you, the gaming police?
Okay, first off, what the fuck? Okay, people are allowed to have an opinion of someone or something based off what they see. They are, right? I mean, There are female gamers that are great female gamers, and then there are some girls who are not so stellar when it comes to gaming. It's not different for guys. I mean, there are good guy gamers and there's bad guy gamers. I mean, the major difference I will say that stands between male and female gamers is that some women, not all of them, but some women take it upon themselves to use their looks, their bodies, or both, and sell themselves on the internet to try to attract more of a male audience and or to make more money. You know, I mean, you look at some people on the internet like Zoe Berger and Clara Babylegs, just as examples, you know. But just let's talk about Zoe Berger here. She used to twerk on Twitch every time she got a kill cam on Call of Duty, and she started the hashtag nudes at 1 mil. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. She actually was the person that started doing that. Sad, I know, because people like her ruined the image of a gamer girl. You know, I feel like she ruined it, not just for girls, but for girl gamers. Because I know that there are some very hardworking female gamers and that they want to make their mark in the gaming community as skilled gamers. Not as female gamers, not as gamers' thoughts or someone who sells themselves for depravity. I know there are some very talented girl gamers that just want to be known as talented gamers. And that's fine. But I'm no gaming police. But I think that there are some people in the community that can determine who the genuine gamers are and who are the gamers that are doing all this for the wrong reasons. I think that's a pretty fair statement.
Stop telling women that they're good for a girl. Just saying that out loud, like, makes my skin crawl and my blood boil. Being a girl isn't a fucking handicap. We're not a subcategory of human. F you guys that say you're good for a girl. Just f you guys. F you guys. If you have said that before, never say that shit again.
Again, this is just your opinion, and that's fine. You're entitled to interpret and feel the way that you do. But I believe the reason why guys do say to girls that you're pretty good for a girl is because gaming is a very male-dominated industry, and when it comes to seeing women playing games at a high skill level, it's a rare sight to see. Like, we see women play well, we think, well, damn, she plays really well. You know, she plays good for a girl. Not saying that there's no high-skilled female gamers, but let's be real here, okay? High-skilled female gamers are hard to come by, and we can't help but feel impressed when we see a woman play a game terrifically. Like, that's just our response. For us saying that, it's meant to be a compliment, you know? Not because we think women are shit or dumb players, but because skilled women gamers are rare to see in action, you know? I mean, let me use another example of this. Look at James Charles, okay? You all know James Charles. He's the male dominating the fashion blogging industry. He's got over 17 million subscribers on YouTube. You think he's going to let a comment like, wow, you're great at makeup tips for a guy, slow him down? I don't think he gives a fuck, because he's doing what he does. You know, he does his makeup and all that, and he's doing well in a female-dominated industry, you know? I don't think, you know, the connotation or the saying, do you play what is a negative thing, you know? Jubilee, I think, you know, just because you're so triggered with the term, doesn't mean that it's a negative term. It's what you believe. But when you tell other female gamers that, you put into their head that this is a negative thing to hear. So, in my eyes, what I think it comes down to is the intent behind it. Now, if you're a guy saying this to a woman to make them feel like shit, then yes, I agree that saying this is not something you should say. But if guys are saying it to generally try to make a woman feel better about themselves and to try to make them think they're doing well, because, again, high-skilled female gamers are very hard to come by, then yeah, we're trying to be encouraging, not discouraging. Like, you try to make out like just because you're triggered by it, everyone else should be triggered by it. No. Have a mind for yourself, you know? But if you don't like people saying that to you, then just say, please don't say that. It's as simple as that. But you got so heated when that got brought up. So, I mean, damn, okay, I won't say it around you. I mean, not that I can because you blocked me on Twitter. But, I mean, okay, everyone knows you don't like to hear it, so I won't say it to you. But I personally don't believe that categorizing it as good for a girl is a bad thing, you know? Because in this context, when I say you're pretty good for a girl, I'm saying it because gamers are hard to come by. Very skilled gamer girls are hard to come by. That's what it's meant by. Not, you know, oh, because you're shit, you're good for a gamer girl. No, it's got nothing to do with that. That's your interpretation of it. But do with it what you will. I can't try to convince you anymore how I feel about it, but believe what you will.
Stop saying, I wish I could date a gamer girl, as if we're unicorns and this isn't just a huge industry that many women are involved in. Also, gamer girls aren't gonna date you if you say shit like that. Just saying.
It's called having a personal preference, Miss Sensitive. Males have preferences when it comes to picking potential partners, and females are exactly the same thing. You know, guys like girls that have boobs and butts and legs and have common interests. Girls like a tall guy, a very thin guy, a guy with abs, you know, that's just having a preference. It's not a bad thing. Why is it a crime for a guy to want a woman who shares a common interest in something that they're passionate about? You know, like, Jesus Christ, this point was just fucking stupid. You know, what about other topics like sports or genre of shows, you know, that people like to watch? I mean, I'll use myself as an example. I like watching comedies, but I hate watching horror movies. So I wouldn't want to be with someone who hated comedies but loved horror movies, okay? Not saying that determines whether a relationship works or not, but it obviously increases the chances of it working with more things in common with your potential partner. Why do I have to explain this idea of human interactions here? Like, Jesus Christ, this was just a stupid point. Okay? Now, some guys can come off as creepy when they say shit like that, but don't make a guy feel bad for wanting a gamer girl as a potential partner. Like, no, fuck that. Let the guy live. Let the guy want to have a gamer girl. Jesus.
If a character is designed in a way that's pink or girly or feminine, that doesn't make it bad. Even if it's not your personal preference, have some respect for the fact that other people besides you play this game and they deserve representation that fits their preferences.
Check your calendar. This isn't the 50s or the 60s where color and gender determines a character's worth or value, okay? Now, I will agree with Jubilee on the point that you shouldn't judge someone on the character that they choose to play in a game. I think every player has a right to choose and play games how they see fit. But going back to the women characters in games and everything, you look at female characters in games like Smash Brothers, Overwatch, League of Legends, Dota, etc., and you'll see some female characters are either more better to use or have more of an advantage to play than some male characters in the game. Now, would you sit there and call that sexism because the female characters are better than the male characters? And if you say no, because it's a game, right? Well, I would say, well then, why is it such a bad thing if a male character is seen as better than the female characters, and that's sexism, but when the roles are reversed, it's not? I think people just get a bit too heated when it comes to discussion about females in games. I think girls feel like they're not represented well enough in games, and I'm sorry that you feel that way, but there's a lot of for and against here, and I can't answer all of that in this video, but you can't blame guys for that. That's not the guy's fault if girls are being misrepresented. Blame the game designers. Blame the businesses. Don't blame the people who play the game. Like, come on, be realistic here.
Stop telling girls that they have to play as healers. Like, if they want to play as a healer, that's great, but it's not required. Also, playing as a healer isn't a lesser class. Like, healing is just as important and challenging as any other class. When you're playing a game that requires team communication like Overwatch or Fortnite, and you're on a team with a woman, don't make it weird or creepy. Many women will intentionally never speak on a mic because of the crap they get, but if you do happen to end up on a team with a woman who's actually willing to speak on a mic, don't make it awkward for her. Like, welcome her, treat her as an equal. Why am I having to say this? Like, this is common sense. I personally have played a lot of games on mic, talking with random people on the internet, and the vast majority of the time, it has not been a good situation. I've been treated really weird and creepily by weirdos. Whether it's trashing her skills or just being weirdly sexual, don't do it.
Okay, I will agree with Jubilee on this point here. Now, unfortunately, some guys do take it upon themselves to make women uncomfortable when it comes to interacting online, and I, for one, do not support or condone that sort of behavior. So I think everyone should have the same level of respect for one another and to be able to enjoy the games that they are playing in any fashion. Like, if you see or hear a guy making a woman feel uncomfortable through their comments or their actions, in like a voice chat or something like that, I would say tell them to stop, or tell them the person that's causing trouble to leave, or try to remove the problem if you can. Now, it is mostly guys that are the culprits of this. I will admit, as a guy, I've heard stories of this going on, and I would defend Jubilee and say, guys, just leave girls alone, okay? If they wanted to meet guys, they wouldn't do it in a fucking game, okay? They don't play Fortnite or Call of Duty playing to meet guys. Let's be real here. They hit dating sites, or they actually go out like, you know, normal people.
This past weekend, there was a tweet that went viral that expresses a sentiment that's held by many men in the gaming community. Dear all women, Pokemon is not a real game.
Okay, fuck you. Whoever wrote that tweet, go fuck yourself, okay? Pokemon is a real game, and any person disagrees with that and says that Pokemon is not a game, go politely fuck yourselves, okay? Thank you.
Animal Crossing is not a real game. The Sims is not a real game. Mario is not a real game. Stardew Valley is not a real game. Mobile games are not real games. Put down the baby games and play something that requires challenge and skill for once. Sincerely, all the actual gamers. I'm aware that this guy is especially an ass, but many people really do feel this way, and it's fucking stupid. Also, what about Mario is girly to you? Like, Pokemon was already a stretch, but Mario? Like, the game about a plumber man who's like saving a damsel in distress in every game? I'm sorry, I don't see it. I don't see it. I'm sorry. Okay, granted, Mario does have an hourglass figure, as we can see. Oh, and Pokemon, Stardew Valley, Harvest Moon, Animal Crossing, those are all games. Like, they literally are games. Just because it's not the genre of game that you're most interested in doesn't make it not a game. Sorry they aren't as sophisticated as Fortnite, bitch.
Okay, I'm going to give another point for Jubilee in this one. Now, I believe games are games, just like she said. Like, you know, those games this guy tried to put shit on, like Pokemon, Stardew Valley, Animal Crossing and all that, they are actually games. And, you know, all those games are actually games. And whoever wrote that tweet, from everyone that plays Stardew Valley, Animal Crossing, Mario and Pokemon and mobile games, we send a big fuck you, pal, because just because it's a different game, you know, and that your idea of a game might be different, doesn't mean that you can sit there and crap on people who actually enjoy playing that type of game, you know? Also, kind of ironic how he classed all those games as female games. I think Julie pointed, you know, on the mark there with saying that, how on earth is Mario a female game? I mean, what the fuck was this guy ever talking about?
Stop making games without a female playable character unless you have a good reason not to. Also, while we're at it, start adding non-binary and gender fluid options. Also, Link is non-binary. This is canon. In addition to making more playable female characters, stop making shit like this. What the f*** is this? What horny ass incel gamer designed this shit? Look at her back. It's literally breaking from the massive titties. Stop making games where you didn't hire a single woman at any point in the process. There are plenty of women who want to work on games. Please hire them so that your games are not complete shit like the shit I just showed you a second ago.
Objection. I'm going to have to interject here. Now I'm back on the offense. Now, yes, well, I agree that the woman character she displayed is definitely being designed proportionally unrealistic. Let's be real here. I mean, guys do think that looks good, but I know girls are like, well, that's not obviously real. Well, no shit, it's a game. But this is what gaming business is all about. And sorry, I hate to break this to you girls, but businesses don't care about your feelings, okay? They don't care. All they care about is one thing and one thing only. That's how much money they can make off selling their titles, okay? Now, if they can get a guy to design a character that they know is going to draw attention to a male audience, because who better to ask to draw a woman than a guy who's going to draw it so that other guys can look at it, then that's just being a smart business, you know? While you think the person who designed it is probably a male, which it probably was, why is it such a big deal to you though, Jubilee? Like, it makes a lot of sales, if it does make a lot of sales, sorry, if it makes a lot of sales because of that one character design where a guy would pick up the game, look at the character and go, well, shit, she looks pretty good. I'm going to buy the game just because of that character. You know, then the business itself made the right decision to have that guy create that character for that reason, you know? You know, considering the gaming industry is made up of a lot of males, if they intend to draw their attention by drawing a saucy character, a saucy girl character, and people buy into it, then the businesses are doing the right thing by the businesses things, not morally, because again, they're just, you know, making women look obscenely ridiculous. But at the end of the day, if they're making sales and they're making money, then they're doing everything right by business books, you know? And just a small question though, what would have happened if it turned out that a female designed that woman though? You know, does it change the way you should look at the character because of who made it? Like, just have a think. Like, does it make a difference if a girl or a guy made that? I mean, does it make it okay if a woman drew it and not a guy? Like, this is what the questions I have to ask you, Jubilee. Like, I think it's just a double standards, like, type of thing. And here's why, okay? While we're at it, why don't we just have, what would happen in a game where if they had a girl designer make a male character that looked unrealistic, that had enhanced body parts that women classed as desirable qualities, you know, like abs that you could not get if you humanly worked out as much as you could and took all the steroids, or another male part that was enhanced. I won't go too far in that one, but does it make it any different in any situation because a female designed the guy, or a guy designed the girl, or a girl designed the girl, or a girl's boy designed the boy? Like, grow up, okay? Like, if there were more talented female designers out there, don't you think businesses would be hiring them to draw characters? Just have to think about that, okay? The majority of guys that are designers are mostly guys. You know, that's the fact. That's not an opinion. That's a fact. There are some talented female designers out there, but some guys get the job because they're better at their job. I'm not saying that females can't get the job done because they're not great at designing, but, you know, if there were better female designers in business, the businesses would pick them up. That's just logic there. Why would they pick a shitty guy designer if there's a skilled female designer right in front of them? Like, think about it, please. Just think about it.
Also, when these over-sexualized video game characters are adapted into live-action movies, and the main character in the video game looks like this, don't be fucking surprised when the real-life human cast in the film doesn't have these impossible body proportions. Women do not look like this in real life, guys. Like, please talk to a real human woman for once in your life, and you'll see what I'm saying.
Okay, tad condescending on the end there, starting to say that guys don't talk to women. We do talk to women. I know women in my life, like I have co-workers that are women, I've got women in my family, and yes, why can't a guy just have a fucking opinion without a woman being upset? Like, oh, for fuck's sake, people are entitled to not like something. Is that okay with you, Jubilee? Like, a lot of people are disappointed with the casting of the Tomb Raider character because they believe that she didn't look like the character from the game. That's a fair point. That's a fair criticism. Like, if you're trying to recreate something and it's not on the mark, people are not going to like it. You know? While you may put it down to the character who playing Lara Croft didn't have couldn't match an unrealistic body figure, that wasn't the reason why the movie was shit. I mean, you're trying to say it's down to how the games display Tomb Raider versus the actress's body playing as Tomb Raider. There was a lot of reasons why people didn't like the Tomb Raider movie, and it wasn't just because the lead actress playing as Lara Croft wasn't matching, you know, the character, you know. There was a lot of issues. People were saying they're hating the editing on the video. They were saying that there was casting issues, there were battle scenes issues, and there was lighting issues in the movies. It's not just because of how the actress was portrayed in the video and how unlikely her likeness was to the character. Like, read a lot of movie reviews and you'll see what I mean. Like, the Tomb Raider movie, a lot of people said it was okay, but it wasn't the best recreation movie. I mean, fuck, if we had a look at a lot of gaming movies that have been, well, movies made from games, let's face it, there aren't a lot of real good ones, okay? And this one wasn't no different. So I don't think you trying to make it the point that just because the lead actress was trying to be compared to an unrealistic body figure, that's why people were pissed off. There were more reasons why the game was pissed off. That just happened to be one of them. So don't try to make it that is the only reason why.
that's just some of the things that women in gaming experience on a regular basis. As a streamer and a YouTuber in the gaming community, I also experience things that are unique to content creation as well. And the other women I know who create gaming content experience the same things. So let's go over the shit you need to stop saying to women who are YouTubers and streamers and content creators in the gaming community. Stop telling women that they can't swear. Women can fucking swear if they want to. Male gamers swear all the fucking time, and no one seems to give a shit about it. The vast majority of male gamers swear every other word, and no one seems to question it. I turned on the Disney Channel when I was in Disneyland, and they were showing all these male streamers streaming various video games and swearing every other word. They didn't have a single girl, by the way. And I guess that was just fine. Now, the cuss words were muted, obviously, but I've been having muted or bleeped out cuss words in my videos for a few months now, and I've received so much shit for it, which is interesting. It's like you see a girl gamer and you tell her that she's setting a bad example for young girls, but you see a man swearing every other word and that's just fine. Maybe swear words are just words and they don't fucking matter.
Please tell me she did not just say that. Did she seriously just say, oh my, okay, so let me just reiterate. She just said that swearing are just words and people shouldn't be offended by women swearing. Okay, that's a fair point, but swearing's whatever. Like, I swear in my vids and I don't believe it because I refuse to be family friendly, okay? If I was to censor myself, that's me not being myself because I know in normal day life, I swear all the time. And it's not me censoring myself, it's me trying to change who I am. And I'm not going to change myself, fuck that. But if I was to become a full-time YouTuber, and I know there's a lot of people do this on YouTube where now it's like, well, you can't be swear or you'll be demonetized. Well, that's a different situation, you know, like then obviously I would have to do that if I want to try to make a career of this. But look, at the moment, I'm not, okay? I'm at just over 100 subscribers. I ain't going nowhere. I'm going to be the low tide rider for the time being, okay? But what I find so ironic about what she just said, okay, how she's saying that swearing is just using words, okay? Why the hell did she get so triggered with the term that she did before? You know, you just play well for a girl, and you got so fired up so much from that. Like, what I think you're trying to say is, if I'm trying to understand this, is that saying women swearing is less offensive than saying you're good for a girl. People, I don't know what to say about this. I mean, sheesh. Make up your mind, Jubilee. God damn.
Stop ignoring all the hard work, dedication, and care that women put into their content and instead attributing all her success to her looks. It's clear that you only watch women to objectify them, but that's on you and that's no one else's problem but your own.
Again, I already discussed this, but I think, like I said, I think there are a lot of skilled female gamers, but again, I'm just going to retouch it. I just think that there are some women out there that use their body and they ruin it for the other gamers who are female gamers who are generally playing games for the sake of playing gaming, okay? I think that, you know, all the girls that use their bodies as advertising to sell themselves, I think are fucked in the head. That's just me, okay? Now, I know Jubilee's not one of those people, and I know she tries hard with her content, just like all of other female Pokemon YouTubers, you know, and I can respect that. I can have a great level of respect for people who try to do that, okay? So, I mean, Jubilee, I respect you as a content creator, okay? I respect a lot of other YouTube content creators. What I don't respect is how you made this video and how you handled it. That is what I don't respect, okay? So unlike my other videos, I actually want to try to end this on the positive note, okay? While I did try to tear you apart in this video, I do want to just wrap this up and try to put a little pretty bow on it. So let me put it to you this way, okay, Jubilee? Because I'm talking to you, okay? I don't think you're a bad person. I don't think you're a bad person. I think you're a good person. I've actually watched your content. I've watched you do your shiny videos, and I've watched you do some Let's Plays and all that, like I say at the start of the video. And you have over 100,000 subscribers, which is impressive. Congratulations to you. I do hopefully one day reach that potential, but for now, I know I'm going to be under 1,000 for the time being. But all I'm going to say to Jubilee as some friendly advice is that if you're going to make a controversial video where you talk about a controversial topic such as females' interaction with guys in gaming, first off, I wanted to say with your comments, because I think to me that is you either being ignorant of your haters, which you really can't do that because everywhere you go, there's going to be someone that's going to disagree with you, okay? I'm just saying to you that I personally didn't agree with some of the things, but I did agree with some of the things in your video. Like, you know, I agree with, you know, the way guys treat some girls when it comes to chatting. I agree. I think some guys are human pieces of shit. I get you with that. I agree with you on that, okay? What else do I agree with you with? Also, I agree with you about how guys shouldn't put shit on girls for enjoying certain games. I agree with that as well. I think every gamer, guy or girl, should enjoy gaming the way they want to. So, you know, like, all in all, like, hopefully, I'm pretty sure someone will leave this video. But honestly, I just think that, I think Jubilee, you and me really need to just have a talk about this. I mean, I know you probably won't because you blocked me on Twitter, and I know you're not going to unblock me. I mean, I'd find it freaking hilarious if you do, because, like I said, I didn't say or do anything that I think was offensive to you. But if I did, I'm sorry, okay? And this is not me trying to kiss your ass to try to get you to unblock me, okay? My life will go on whether you're in my Twitter or not, okay? Just don't put yourself in a pedestal, okay? That's all I say. But I just want everyone to try to get along in the community. That's all I want. I want all of us to get along. And before people make a comment saying, well, if you wanted people to get along, why the fuck did you tear apart her video? Because I didn't agree with how she addressed the video. And then when I tried to talk to her about it, she blocks me on Twitter. So if she made a video to reach out to the world, I'm going to try to make a video to reach out to her and other gamers as well. Because I think that if you're going to make a video about something like this, you should be able to let people voice their opinions. Because it's unhealthy to try to block the hate and all this bullshit. Like, I know I got hate on my channel, okay? When I did my King Nappy videos, Jesus, I'm still copying hate for that. A lot of people are giving me flack for that, okay? But I don't care. Because at the end of the day, I want to make that video to help my message get across, okay? And my message still stands with that video. And I guess with this video here, my message is, don't start shit and then try to push the shit away and ignore it. That's all I have to say. So, I mean, again, this is just one of those videos. I don't care if it gets likes. I don't care if it gets dislikes. I mean, look, if you really disagree with my video, fine. Comment down below. Because unlike Jubilee, I will actually respond to your comments. Okay? I actually take the time to look at the comments section and actually read the comments. If you guys haven't noticed from my other video, I've been responding to, like, most comments on there. Some of them are just like, nah, I can't even bother responding to this because some people just dragged it on for bullshit. But unlike a lot of people, I will actually take the time to respond to you guys in the comment section because I actually care about what some people think. I care about you, the audience, my subscribers, and maybe new viewers who come into the channel. I actually care about what you guys think. Now, do I think she cares about what you think? No, because she's not letting you guys, you know, agree with her or object to her. Or she agrees with you, she'll retweet it. I saw that when the guy bloody was saying, guys can't comment on this. And I said, no, fuck that. I will make a comment. And I get blocked for it. So, you know, all I'm saying is do not be that person who tries to silence people who disagree with you. Be open to different opinions. Okay? Because this is the internet and there's always going to be one person who disagrees with you. Okay? And like I said, I know there's going to be maybe more than a couple of haters coming to my video and trying to just like, oh, you're a misogynist, oh, you're just sexist, and I'm not sexist or a misogynist, okay? I happen to like women, okay? I'm a straight white male. I like women, okay? Again, I just don't like bullshit. I saw that video as a big pile of bullshit. You know, I think she was just drawing attention to herself, not allowing anyone to respond, and she's just in there just watching it all happen. That's how I feel like she's handled it. And I personally don't agree with that. But either way, the world goes round, the sun rises, sun sets. At the end of the day, I'm going to continue doing what I do, and that's make Pokemon content. So if you guys like this video, leave a comment down below. If you guys enjoy the nappy videos, and I guess this video, and you want me to really go at something else, I guess leave that comment down below, because, I mean, I put a lot of effort into this video because of how passionate I was to respond to this video. Okay? I don't usually do this. Like, I put a lot of effort in the nappy video, and I put a lot of effort in this video because I took the time to look at every piece of that video. The only thing I just pretty much put to the side was the fact that she had personal interactions with the tweets and all that. And I'm not talking about that. So I'm just talking about in particular what she said to us males, what she tried to ascribe to us to do, which I think is wrong. You can't try to convince a group of people how to behave. And it's no different to me, like I said at the start of the video, where I say, well, all right, if you can tell guys how to act in gaming, I'll turn and make a video tomorrow and say, girls, this is what you should do. This is the shit you shouldn't do with a guy in a relationship. It's not my place to do that. And it's not her place to try to tell guys how to behave. I don't try and tell someone how to behave for the same reason she shouldn't tell us how to behave as guys. Okay? So, Jubilee, I mean, I hope we can talk about it. I mean, I would love to talk about this with you if you are willing to unblock me and talk about it. But if not, good luck to you. And I'll keep doing me, you keep doing you. And I guess, guys, stay safe, stay sharp, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Later.